not gonna lie, guys, I knew this video would be in the making sooner or later, so let's just get straight into it, shall we? What's up, guys? It's Tajay and I'm back with another video. I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are doing great. In this video, you guys can see the title, so let's just play the intro really quick and I'll get straight into it.
God, you call me by my name. The love you give me, I just can't deny. Yeah. No longer blinded, I can see you. I'm on my way to meet you. We gotta talk,
Before I go any further, if you are new, feel free to give this video a like or subscribe. But if you give it a like, it will help me a lot more, as well as a subscription. Both of them will help, to be honest with you. Comment down below, share your thoughts if you want to. And yeah, so I have autism, and yes, I am autistic, and I've known for quite a while now. Those that have subscribed to me or my audience at the moment, you guys, this, I don't know how you will take it, but those that know me personally or have been watching me from the previous YouTube channel and whatever, this may kind of be a shock to you, but at the same time it might not be a shock to you. But I'll get into more of that later in the video. But I just want to tell you guys like how I found out. So long story short, I was going through a rough time in my life a few years back, around 2022. Like, I was dealing with a lot of, I don't want to say stress, I was dealing with a lot of issues, especially with college and like A levels and etc. And I was having a lot more outbursts. And when I say outbursts, I mean like tantrums and stuff like that. And you're probably thinking, you had tantrums at that age? And yeah, I did, bro. There's a lot of people that still had tantrums at that age. Even at my age now, 21, people have tantrums. Um, my family recommended that I went to the GP and put in an assessment and see what it comes back with. And I took the assessment and I waited about another 4 months to find out the results. And I was quite surprised. It was what, 4 months may be long to some people, but I didn't think it would be that quick. I thought it would take like a year or something, because I knew people that were finding out like if they were on the spectrum or not. They'd have long waits to find out whether they were actually confirmed to be on the spectrum or if they're not. But it took me 4 months, and yeah, it came back saying that I was autistic, because on the assessment I pretty much like ticked every box. Like, everything was there, just confirming that I had autism. Um, I am aware that autism comes in different levels. Some people have autism a lot more severely than others, uh, to a point where some people find it hard to even communicate, or some people are even non-verbal. Uh, but as for me, it I kind of understand why I have autism, and it makes more sense now that I know. Um, but I'll get more into that in a few minutes. But I just want to say, for some people may think like you're only just saying this now type thing. It's not that I wanted to hide this from people, and it's not that I wanted to keep it a secret. Um, it's mainly because I didn't want people to use my autism as a way to walk over me or take advantage of me. And when I say that, I mean like, oh, he's a bit slow, so don't worry about him. You know what I mean? And like, it sounds a bit crazy, but people actually take advantage of people that find it hard to like grasp things more than others. And it is sad, it is unfortunate, but that's the world we live in. And sometimes it's even done by your closest friends or family. And I just didn't want to deal with that. I didn't want to deal with people trying to talk to me like I'm a kid or anything like that, or like, do you want me to repeat that again? Like, I didn't want none of that. But at the same time, I sat there and thought, like, listen, man, I don't care. Like, what are people going to do? Because at the same time, I'm still the same person I am. Nothing's changed other than my maturity. And yeah, I'm really not bothered. I'm not here to please people. I'm not here to look like I'm perfect. So yeah. So that's the main reason why I'm doing this video now, and it's also to shed awareness to those that even are autistic and they don't know how to express themselves or anything like that, and those that feel like they are. Now, being autistic has allowed me to learn so much more about myself, hence why I've been able to grow a lot more maturely. Uh, it's made me understand why I do certain things different to the normal person. I'm not trying to sound rude, guys. If I say something that sounds a bit derogatory, just don't take it in the wrong way, because I'm not trying to blast anyone for having autism. I didn't think I would have to do a disclaimer, but you gotta be safe nowadays. You never know what people are like. There's a lot of things that I do, even to this day, that are that some people will look at me, or the generic Gen Z person will look at me and be like,
Aye, that's wet, bro. Like, this guy's still doing that at his age. Like, how old are you?
but I'm not afraid to show it, and people will make fun of me. Like, honestly, guys, I have been bullied so much to a point where you try and make me feel bad, it's really not gonna do nothing, because when you take on so much pain and so much hurt from people talking bad on you, and from people making so much fun of you to a point where you just wanna, I'm not even gonna say it, because yes, I did have those thoughts, but when you've dealt with that so much for years, and I'm saying years because I dealt with it throughout secondary school, that whole 5 year period I dealt with it don't do nothing to me. So I really don't care about what people have to say. But so you guys don't know this, or some of you may do, but I like transport very much. I like trains. I like buses. I like those type of things. I've always liked buses since as long as I can remember, as well as trains. I've always liked both of them. I'm just gonna show you guys a bit of my work, but this this is what I do whilst, well, when I have nothing else to do. Uh, so yes, this is my work. This is what I've done. Like, these are buses, as you can see, all handwritten. I've done all sorts, made it interesting. Same with this. It may not be the best thing ever, but this is what I do in my spare time. I sort these out, and I have like a whole I have like a whole road that I open up, and like I always change up the area and things like that. But I have been doing this since as long as I can remember. And I remember I used to hide this from people because I felt so ashamed. I felt so ashamed of the fact that people would make fun of me because I like transport. People would make fun of me because I know how to get to places without having to read Google Maps or anything like that. And if I'm being honest, it's a flex, because whenever people are going everywhere, they're always asking me where to go instead of Google Maps, and I'm not even trying to be cocky. I'm just one of those people that can't get lost, because like I just love like maps. I love reading maps. I love the tube map. Like, those things are just fascinating to me. But again, the normal person that would work a 9 to 5 or whatever, they're not interested in these things. And that brings me on to my next point. I low-key feel like a lot of people kind of already knew that I was on the spectrum, including those closest to me, friends and family. But I feel like they didn't want to say anything to me. But then again, I can't speak for people, so I don't know how people felt. I don't even know if they actually felt like that. But they did. Fair enough, because maybe they don't. Maybe people didn't want to say anything because of how I'd react if I'd be offended. Who knows? But I genuinely feel like, looking back on like a lot of my YouTube videos on the old channel, and just looking back at like how I would be in like friendships and relationships, sometimes I'm like, yeah, it all adds up now. It all adds up. And to be honest with you guys, it hurts me a lot because I went through school. Like I said, I've been bullied so much to a point where I was none, literally none. And I went through school struggling, especially in my schoolwork, struggling to get the top marks, struggling to revise. I just couldn't do it. I would get everything in my head, and then by the time I get to the exam, I remember things, and I'm like, "Oh yes, I got it, I got it." Then I see the paper, I haven't even gotten the pass mark, and I'm like, "But I thought I knew it." This is why part of me wishes I got diagnosed way before I was even doing GCSEs, because I genuinely feel like I would have gotten a lot of help. I would have gotten a lot of help with my A levels, much more support. And yes, I did get support, but I mean like extra support, like extra time in exams and things like that. But unfortunately, I went through those institutions dealing with what I was dealing with without knowing that I was autistic. Now, don't get me wrong, like I was never a perfect person in the past. Like you guys see in the videos like where I've explained like how I used to be and so on and so forth. But me being autistic doesn't excuse the fact that still you still know right from wrong, doesn't it? But I just wish I knew, because well, if other people knew, I don't think it would have made a difference much, but I feel like a lot of people would have taken an easier approach to me, understand why I would struggle with things like eye contact and communication. Um, because I struggled a lot with that. Like I used to be in talking stages, relationships. I just did not know how to. I just didn't know how to love, bro. I didn't know how to treat another person. I didn't know how to do that. And when I saw other guys doing that, like they were just so chill, so this, so that, and I was always fidgeting and always finding something to do and feeling like I could never live up to like the girlfriend at the time standards or whatever. Feeling like there was always a better person than me. But thanks be to God, I found somebody that accepts me for who I am. But dealing with all of that in school and in education, it was terrible. And I feel like because of that, it really had a massive impact on my mental health and my insecurities. And I'm not saying I'm fully healed from them now, but like obviously when you look back at your past, you feel those things. But again, like I am in a much better place now, but at the same time, like of course, like don't get me wrong, guys, I'm going through it at the moment, but at the same time, it does make things a little better knowing that I have autism, so that when other things or other opportunities come in my life, like I can express this. Um, as for the people that know me personally or that have been watching me on YouTube, again, it may not be a shock to you because of how I act, but I notice like I get overwhelmed a lot in certain situations, and I always thought I was weird for that, but like now it's kind of solidified to why I act certain ways and why I can't give eye contact properly for more than a second or so. Always having to twiddle with something, rub up my hands like this whilst I'm talking, because I've been doing like the whole video. But again, like you guys may see those things and be like, "But normal people do that." But I, I, I don't know. What's the professionals, man? I ain't no professional. One thing I do want to say though, let this be a reminder to you. Like, if you are watching this and you know that you want to find out if there's something up with you, if you want to find out something, or if there's any just concern in you, just go to the GP, go to the hospital, go and get checked. Whatever you have to do, wherever you have to go and get checked. Even if you feel like you're degrading mentally, go and get checked. You don't understand how much it will impact you and how much it will help you understand yourself more. Because the thing is, being autistic nowadays, a lot of people look at autistic people and be like, oh, that guy's an idiot, that guy's silly, that person's weird. Whereas, regardless of that, I will live with the fact that I've been able to understand myself more, whereas there's people out there that are so in their heads, they don't even know what's coming or going. They don't even know that they actually are going through something. But I can actually sit here and say, like, do you know what? I acted like this because of that. And I know how to prevent this because this will happen. Other people cannot do that. So I'm grateful that I am in that place. So that's what I was saying earlier. Like, regardless of what people say about me, regardless of what people say that I like to do in my spare time, regardless of what people say about how I act and how I make jokes or whatever, like, I don't care because I've been through the worst of the worst. So whatever people have to say now, like, there's even times I've posted TikToks as jokes even, or just trying to troll people or whatever. Um and people have just said so much negative things to me in the comments. There's times I've just posted the most genuine TikToks, and those that know, TikTok comment sections can be brutal, as well as Instagram comment sections. But there's been times I've gotten slandered on TikTok, but it just don't do nothing to me because it's like you guys are out there judging me when you don't know me from Adam, and it just makes you think like society just has such that, you know, that's for another conversation. But long story short, I am autistic and I am proud that I am autistic. I don't think that I was a mistake. I don't think that me having autism takes away any definition from me. I know that I am still a strong human being. I'm still a strong man of God, and I will continue to serve Christ. But regardless of what the GP has given me as a diagnosis, it doesn't change who I am as a person. And as I said, bro, it's only helping me become a better person by understanding myself more and understanding the things that I like to do and understanding the reasons why I like to do these things. Like I said, I like transport that much. I will go on buses just to sit there and enjoy the journey. I will go to the most random place ever and enjoy the journey. And I've been doing that since the age of about 13 or 14. Actually, no, the age of 12. Because those that live in London, you have a zip card, or travel is free from the age of 11, I think. So you can go on buses for free or whatever. And I took that to my advantage. Don't get me wrong, I took that to my advantage. And people said I was weird for it. I told you, I've been through the bullying, I've been through all of that. But I'm telling you guys, like, I'm proud, I'm happy. So I just thought I'd share this with you guys so you guys have awareness, and like when you see things or see the way I do things in videos, you guys understand, like, okay, again, I'm not saying that to be like, oh, this guy's moving weird because he's autistic. No, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying it to like add clarification, and especially to those that know me personally, because this may be your first time finding this out. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video there because I've run out of things to talk about. um, I hope you guys enjoyed. As I said before, if you want to share your thoughts and stuff in the comments, feel free to go ahead. Give this video a like, subscribe. I do want to get to 100 subscribers before February, but if it doesn't happen, I'm sure we will get there before March, God willing. But yeah, the next video should be out in the next 5 days. If not, I just won't go longer than a week without posting a video. Just know that. But with that being said, guys, thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for all the support recently. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss out. And stay safe and God bless you all. Peace.